Hello, 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 everybody. I am Xavius Praylow, and this is tonight's edition of the Lifestylists conversations. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the process. I'm so excited. When Devann gets on, we're going to talk about how this topic came about. But give me one moment. Hopefully, it's work because my Wi-Fi is like going in and out right now. Okay. Hey.
Is it on? Are we on?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me properly? Just checking.
I can't.
Okay, nice,
Y'all
nice.
fine. I'm just doing a live video. It's okay. No, y'all fine. No, y'all fine. Okay. So, I'm at my staycation house, you know. So, y'all hear something? It's okay.
Yes, I know.
But anyways, hey, how y'all doing? It is Friday, Baye, and y'all, we trying to get it together. We trying to get it together. I actually think this topic is so fitting, because we're gonna just talk about the process. And I actually was talking to Devann a couple days ago, and I don't know what I was talking about. Probably just like I wasn't overwhelmed, but it's just been a lot of stuff going on. And so he was like, "Babe, you need to revisit our poem, The Process." So last year, because the man is a poet, y'all probably already know that. So definitely check him out every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Every Sunday he does a poem that he writes. He's such an incredible poet. And I mean, I kind of like, to do a little something, something every now and then. But last year we wrote a poem together called The Process. And Devann is going to read it to you, and then we're going to kind of talk about it. And like I said, I think I was just talking about like the journey, and just these past couple of weeks have been like just very crazy for me. And he told me to revisit it, just to get back on track. So I hope y'all enjoy our poem. Devann, we both wrote it, and Devann's gonna.
Okay, yeah. And before I get to that, I would like let's introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Like,
that
you
I
know what I mean?
forget.
So yeah.
I forget. Hello,
So no, it's cool. It's cool, babe. It's cool. It's cool.
I am
So
Xavius Praylow.
for everyone that doesn't know, welcome. My name is Devann Edwards, and this is my queen, Xavius Praylow, and we are known as the Lifestylists. And our mission is to empower others to create a life of total freedom, whether it's emotional freedom, health freedom, financial freedom, social freedom, travel freedom, the works, in all aspects of our lives. And again, so the topic is the process, and as they brilliantly explain how this week has been, and we're not trying to get things together. We are in the process of getting things together, and there's more power in understanding that process. Just correct it. So even before I read the poem of the processes, me and Xavius, we actually co-wrote this poem. It was a beautiful experience, and so before I even recite this poem, I want to just let you know to have in your mind what the process is. So what the definition of a process is: a series of actions or steps that takes you to the moment where you achieve a particular result or end. A series of actions or steps to take you towards achieving a certain goal or particular end. So without further ado, I'm going to read this poem for you. I got it on the screen on the side. Let me see if I can... put it this way.
So even right now, we're in the process. Like we, like this is so so.
I know, right?
Like this is probably one of the most transparent lives that we've done. Like I just feel so unorganized. So, but it's okay. You ready?
Oh, of course. Okay. So this is called the process. Stepping into the purpose of what our process is. The evaluations of the truths that we should leave or live. Deciding what energies we let in to feed or give. Contemplating who we are and what is worth doing, whilst bombarded with bones of information that aren't worth chewing. Being in it, not always feeling the thrill. Unable to witness all the glory, it seems we received a short end of the deal. Like the pressure perceived by Neo when he took that pill. Not realizing how deep this all goes. Imagine swimming in a sea of infinite souls, drowning whilst counting unreachable goals. I say forward always, yet a presence pauses me, always. Chasing the things that I only can visualize, expressing the treasures deep inside, the things that I think will make me feel alive. But the picture painted is not where my persistent lies. I mean, some of the time, all of the time. Meditating on these narrative gaps, trying to write our story and fill the lines until I feel it's mine. Is this the process? Does it really take 3% to operate at our full potential? Are all of these keys to success really essential? I don't know. I don't know, but until we strive, we won't grow. Until we find out how, we won't know. Progress through the mess and let our inner light show. Beyond our current understanding, we should go. Until we know. Until we learn to embrace the process.
Oh my God. So whenever that was very well read, but whenever I reread it yesterday with the man on the phone, I was just like, "We wrote this? Like it's so deep."
I know, right?
I want to say it's definitely fitting. I feel like just on the journey. I don't know where y'all are in your life, but I'm gonna speak on myself. Just first of all, as a young adult, just trying to figure out who I want to be and just figuring things out along the way and just having you're on a path and you think, oh, boom, I got everything together, I know what's going on, but then you're just presented with different opportunities or different challenges and obstacles, and then just trying to respond to them from your highest expression of yourself, but then also making sure that just you're just living and making the right decision, because every decision that we make will affect us long term. I don't know. It was just like, wow. So even whenever we wrote this a year ago, we wrote this last April or last March or something like that of 2019. And I guess I was just having those emotions and those thoughts and those whatever I was going through recently again. And the van was like, hey, review this poem. And it was just like, wow. So what's your thoughts and how does this apply? Like, how do you look at this poem? Yeah, just share.
Yeah, so like I say it's interesting because I was on because me and my brothers, we have a brothers call like every month. So we get the brothers get together and we share what's been happening like within like our businesses or just in life as well, and how like we can help each other like build and grow. And one thing was brought up which was interesting because I brought up the topic of what I've been learning like from last month and the theme of the clarity being the power. So when you get clarity, you get power. You get power in your choices. You get power in the decisions that you make. And it's not until like we're in the information age and until people get enough information and like not only think it's right and feel it's right, that's the only way we're gonna start growing, even individually and collectively. And one thing my brother said, which was quite interesting, that he heard, he said, you don't bounce back from things through experience. You bounce back from things through training.
Mm.
And I was like, so what he meant by that is you bounce back because you have the training, the skills, the ability, the actions and steps in order to propel back forward. Yeah, like because you can be experienced in dentistry your whole life, but you have no idea. You have no training on nutrition. So what? When young COVID comes, you be all fretting, and you getting sick. Like, but you're a dentist, so you don't have the training. It's cool,
Mm-hmm.
but and you can't bounce back from it in a way that a nutritionist would be able to. And so, and that can apply to anyone in any capacity. Um, and I found that very interesting. Um, yeah, and even like for this month, I would say that like this process is kind of exposing
Yeah.
where people are at in their mindsets or in their heart sets in every type of setting.
Yeah.
And it's definitely forcing a lot of people, lot of us around, a lot of us to grow. And
Yeah.
like it's with the process as well. You know when they say enjoy the process or you have to love the process. You have to know what the purpose of the process is as well
Yeah.
at the same time.
Oh wow.
You have to know why you're doing it in order to love it and enjoy it.
Yeah. I want to even say, even
So
as far as
yeah.
relationships too. I know we're talking about on an individual base, but you feel like especially just in this time of this pandemic and different parts of you come out when you realize, we've been trained and we've been trained to say, hey, go to school and then go get a job and work there for 40 years and they're going to take care of you. You're going to get a pension and all the social security and stuff. And then
Hmm.
this pandemic happens, literally takes away people's livelihoods. And so, for the people who are still, I mean, I don't know about you, but um, it's like the people who are still like kind of stuck in that mind. And I'm not saying nobody's wrong or right, but what I'm saying is this is the opportunity for us all to have a reset on our lives, no matter if we're in our early 50s or our 60s. It doesn't matter.
Indeed.
We have a chance to start over because we're in a new norm, meaning the way the world has been for the past hundreds of years, nobody knows what it's going to be like when all these restrictions come up. So it's like you have the opportunity to create yourself. You have the opportunity to be and do whatever you want and create the life that you've always wanted, you've always dreamed of, because there
Mhm.
isn't really a system in place anymore. Like before COVID hit, it was like, everybody knew it was socially acceptable to go to school, get a job, get it, but it's like most jobs are still shut down. So it's like, how could you not be open to new opportunities to earn a living, to earn income? And I'm not saying money is the thing that everybody should be after. However, money makes things go round. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you need money, but if you want shelter and you want food in your belly and you want, clothes on your back,
Mhm.
those essential things, you have to have money to provide the things for yourself and your family. And if you don't have a way to get those things, it's like there's chances and opportunities to do that. Um, so yeah, so that was a
Exactly.
side note going to relationship. So as you may be growing
Mhm.
on your individual journey, you realize that you're going to be faced with people that you love deeply who don't want to grow. They're still waiting to be saved. And it's like, bro, even when the economy was good, nobody was trying to save us. You think, people and the government, they're trying to figure this stuff out for the new norm and how we're going to move forward after 2020. And you think somebody's sent to save you. So it's like, bro, like even for me, there's some people who I just be like, I have to love you from afar because you're not growing emotionally. You're not growing mentally. You're not trying. You don't even desire to grow financially when we have an opportunity. Everybody's starting at zero. Even there's like very, very, very successful people who have 8, 9, 10 businesses who they're saying they're not making money from those businesses because a pandemic shut them down. And so it's like we literally,
Mhm.
no matter who you are, wherever you were, wherever you were before this pandemic, you may not be there. I mean, we all are starting from the same place. So I think this poem was so fitting because it's talking about the process. And people think like, oh, in life I gotta have everything figured out, or in life, there's supposed to
Mhm.
be a certain way to live life and do things. And one thing that I'm very passionate about is really just to encourage people to just live your life, like be you, do you, like you don't have to conform or fit into anybody's definition of what it is. Like, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But just walk in your truth and be honest with yourself. And throughout the process, you're not going to know. Like, you can plan your day out, you can plan your week out, you can plan your month and your year, but I guarantee you there are going to be so many things, whether it's blessings or lessons, that's going to come up, and you didn't plan it, or you didn't pencil it in, you didn't know it was going to happen, but it happened because it's life.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just the process, or AKA some people say the journey, or some people say it's the marathon. Like, throughout the process, there's so many uncertainties, and just like with life, but I personally am growing to embrace it and just realize that that's just the beauty. Like, you can have everything planned, but having, doing a routine type life, like, life is so beautiful and so vibrant. Like, you can live and be colorful, and abundant, and figure things out. Do you have anything to add? I know this episode, my phone is, I can't go get.
Well, yeah, like everyone should become their own painter and designer of their life as well. You know what I mean? So it's like, when you talk about the money thing as well, let's just imagine you want to build a house, your house. Let's say the house of dreams, the house of your desired outcomes, and you need some tools, and money is a tool. You need a financial bank account, and you need an emotional bank account as well.
Yeah.
You need the tools. You need the tools for the success. Like, and you need, and if you, especially with happiness as well, like all these other things that we that's intangibles and tangibles that we want. Like, often we don't have a plan for that happiness. Like, even just an idea, like a purpose for why we're doing something.
Right.
Like, and that's often why people don't go through with the process, because they haven't like even mapped out in their mind how they want to go that about this route, or if they want to do this route.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to say something. Don't lose your train of thought. I think we all go through the process, but it kind of remind me of that movie. What's that movie that's on Disney Channel with the little girl and Oprah and all them? What's that movie?
That Wrinkle in Time or something? Was it?
So it's like,
Wrinkle in Time. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna go through the process, but it can be glorious or it can be painful and excruciating. It's like everybody's gonna go through the process. Like, at the end of the day, we all know that after you're born, at some time your life is, like, not to sound all like bad and whatever, but to be realistic, everybody has an expiration date. Like, that's just how life works, and it's like that time frame between your birth date and your expiration date, you can literally create and design the life that you want and enjoy a glorious process, or you can just have a painful life, because you're not in alignment with universal laws. You're not in alignment with following your desires and your purpose in life. And but you're gonna go through the process regardless. It's just how you want to arrive. And it just reminds me of that scene, or that movie A Wrinkle in Time on Disney, how she was just like, everybody else had a glorious transition to the next, what was it, not life, to the next period, to the next whatever
the realm, dimension, whatever it was.
So but then that girl, she just had a hard time it was just so painful and so excruciating until she embraced the process and became one, and just became an alignment with the process, and became glorious. So that's what that reminded me of.
Because it's another thing as well with the process that many people take in life. Again, just even the topic of positivity, like, people need this, like, don't get it twisted. Positivity is not about just all smiles and everything. It's like, I am very positive, but I like,
oh really?
Unapologetically optimistic and positive. But the thing is, I don't disregard the negative. I engage it, but my training is above the experience.
You handle like obstacles and challenges very well. I'm like, you're not gonna get mad. Like, just be mad. Like, it's okay, baby. We're gonna get through this. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a thing as well. Like I'm willing to find where the information is and embrace it and use it for my growth and the growth of others around me to make this process more fruitful.
Hold on 1 second, baby. Miss Jones, do you have a charger there? I'm sorry. Yeah, my phone about to die. You don't mind? Okay. My phone.
This is live, isn't it? So this is what happens.
It's live, y'all. It's live. I was gonna say something else. The process. Dang it. Keep going. You can keep going while I think about what I was gonna say.
I mean, what did I say again? Yes. So yeah, positivity. Yeah. So, and the thing is, again, it's like we have a mind, but no one knows how it works. Like, when you do, like, I did a video on the power of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is literally 90% of what takes place in this noggin. And you need to train this more than what you're experiencing consciously. It has to be done it has to. But again, just ask yourself what you're willing to do again, and evaluate what the truths are. Just like in our poem, like evaluate what these truths are. Evaluate how far you are to gain the understanding to go beyond where your current circumstances. And understand what you want to contribute to yourself and to the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't mind. It's up to you. I didn't want to do that because we're going to... No. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. Thank you so much. Okay, so where are we? So yeah, so I guess what's like a takeaway? Because I do want to read the poem again on the back end of it, just so y'all can hear it in his British accent and so my American accent. But what would be a better? What's the takeaway from this poem that you think people should consider, or you suggest, or like what's something significant from the process that you think is applicable to today?
Yeah, so I'll say like evaluate before you validate. Evaluate what you want before you decide, oh, I can't have this. I don't deserve, like, internally I don't deserve this. Don't just say that. It doesn't. Identify what is true to you, what you want to be true in your life, and then in order to undergo that process of manifesting or achieving that, create a series of actions and steps which will gradually move you towards that particular end or goal. I'll encourage everyone to just take that time for themselves, because it's a perfect time to take for that. Like know thyself to grow thyself. Like self-care and that clarity is gonna equal the power you need to push through where you want to, deep down you want to do that. And one quote, I was even mentioning it like yesterday, today. Like, I'm carrying this quote to, like, for the rest of 2020 and beyond. Like, this is my favorite quote now. If you have a purpose in mind which you desire to attain, the place to begin is right where you stand.
That's deep. That's deep.
If you have a purpose in mind which you desire to attain, the place to begin is right where you stand. You need a definiteness of purpose and a personal initiative to undergo the process. You need to.
Yeah.
It's the formula. It's the ingredients.
I
It's
want
the
to
cake.
add something. I want, and the cool thing about life, you can restart. You can restart in the same day. You can start over. And you like the beautiful thing about life is you can restart. So like if you are on your journey and you're not where you want to be, you can restart tomorrow. You can restart right now. You can choose to make the decision like in this moment to say,
Most
hey, you know
definitely.
what? My New Year's resolution was X, Y, and Z, and no, I'm not even halfway done with it. But from this moment, I want to go after this goal. Y'all, I'm gonna be 100% authentic with y'all. Like there was three primary goals that I was working on this year. And I've like committed and recommitted and uncommitted and got off track so many times, but that's a part of the process. That's a part of the journey. And the beautiful thing about it is, like, of course, we're gonna have those emotions and those negative thoughts and that self doubt and all that stuff, along the way. But we are exactly where we're supposed to be. And it's not too
Yes.
late. It's not too late. All the things that have happened to us was supposed to happen for us. Like it happened to us for us, not to us to keep us down or keep us back. Like all those things that have ever happened to us, it was meant to happen. And it's a part of our journey / process to get to where we're going. The only thing that we need to do, the only thing that we're responsible for is taking the personal initiative and having that belief. What was the other part of your quote? What was the other part of your quote? The personal initiative and right?
Definiteness of purpose.
Or the purpose.
So that's having the purpose in mind.
You cannot like the reason, and I'm speaking for myself. The reason why some of my goals for 2020 or just in life in general, I probably haven't hit them yet. It's because I wasn't 1,000% clear on where I was going. So I used this example on one of our calls earlier this week. If you want to go somewhere, when you get in your car and you don't put a destination in your GPS, you can end up anywhere. Like if you have an idea, I want to go to California, but it's west, it's somewhere west, and you just get in your car and you drive west. I mean, I'm not that good. I use my GPS for everything. So if I just get in my car and I start driving west, I mean, maybe I'll get to California. I don't know because I don't know what west.
Have you seen Sister Act 2? Have you seen Sister Act 2?
Who? Sister Act?
Sister Act 2.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Because I remember they sang a song. It was called "If You Want to Be Somebody and If You Want to Go Somewhere, You Need to Wake Up and Pay Attention."
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, powerful. I'm not gonna sing it, of course. But
yeah, I know what you're talking about. But we say all that to say, like, everything that has happened to you, trust me, it happened for you. Or even if it didn't happen for you personally, it indirectly is going to benefit somebody else, and they just had to see that and witness it, and it's going to impact their lives. But everything that happens to us is part of our journey. It's part of our story. Don't be embarrassed. Oh, this is a good topic too, babe. Remember this. Don't be embarrassed of your story or the things that have happened to you on your journey or in your life. Like, it's a part of your story and it's a part of your process. So if you are not where you want to be, it's okay. Guess what? You can make a decision to change your mind and to change your life and go after those goals, those dreams, and that person you desire to become. Everything now, like if you're having that negative self-talk, if you're, just not where you want to be or who you want to be, like, it's okay. Embrace it. Come up with a plan. Be very clear on the goals. Like, when we do these calls, it's definitely for us as well. I'm talking to myself right now. Revisit the goals and be more specific about the goals. You already kind of like sort of didn't get there, so you know what not to do. So, right, come up with a game plan of what to do to get to the goal and work it and plan, do review. Just because you're not where you want to be, that does not mean it's the end of the world. Like, you can start back over every single day. And I do want to end off by just reading the poem again. Do you have anything to add before I do that?
Yeah, so I just want to encourage everyone to understand that life is a
obstacle course.
is a performance for endurance, and it's a way for us to transform ourselves. So be transformed by, what they say, be transformed by the renewing of your mind and not the renewing of the sunset. like it starts with the mind.
Mm.
So I would like, yeah, I can't wait till you're gonna recite this poem right now. So I said what I said.
You ready? I gotta get comfortable. You ready?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready. Mhm.
Okay, y'all. So I don't really cite poems that often. Like Devann is more of the poet, so don't be hating. All right. No, anyway. So this poem that I'm about to read was co-written by Devann and I. It is called The Process. Okay? Stepping into the purpose of what our process is, the evaluation of the truths we should leave or live, deciding what energies we let in to feed or give, contemplating who we are and what is worth doing, whilst bombarding with the bones of information that aren't worth chewing. Being in it, not always feeling the thrill, unable to witness all the glory, seems we we receive the short end of the deal. Like the pressure perceived by Neo when he took that pill, not realizing how deep this all goes. Imagine swimming in a sea of infinite souls, drowning whilst counting unreached dreams and goals. I say forward always, yet a presence pauses me always, chasing the things that only I can visualize, expressing the treasures deep inside, the things that I think will make me feel alive. But the picture painted is not where my persistence lies. I mean, some of the time, all of the time. Meditating on these narrative gaps, trying to write our story and fill the lines until I feel it's mine. Is this the process? Does it really take 3% at our full potential? Are all these keys to success really essential? I don't know. I don't know, but until we strive, we won't grow. Until we find out, we won't know. Progress through the mess and let our inner light show. Beyond our current understanding, we should go until we know, until we learn to embrace the process. Bro, we deep. We're so deep. Wow. Like every time I read it or hear it, I'm just like, we wrote that. But like seriously, like whatever we was going through, we definitely felt it. And um, yeah, I mean that's the process. Like you be doing your thing and you think you like I'm in it, and then you're like, hold on, but what is this right? Hold on, what? But then you know you on your process, and then you get all this new information and all these other suggestions and stuff. You're like, what? So this is beautiful. I'm so glad. I definitely want to do more work with you.
Of course, we are like
Yeah, and this was
we'll
great.
take over
Y'all,
forever, innit? You know what I mean? So
do you
why not?
have to add?
No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like this video is really long, but it's okay. I know we provided value. So if there was something throughout this live stream that you found was of value, whether it's for you or you feel like it's for somebody else, go ahead and drop it. You know, comment your favorite part. Like we really want feedback. Like this definitely helps us come up
Yeah.
with content every week to talk to y'all about. So go ahead in the comments below. Let us know which part stood out to you, what related to you the most. And also if you found this was
And let us know more about your process as well. Like whoever's going through a
yes,
process right now,
definitely,
like
definitely.
we could probably give some tips or advice, or we can refer you to someone that might be able to help you throughout your process as well. So just reach out.
Grow your network. We definitely can do that. But also definitely
Yeah.
share this, y'all. Show us a love. Drop us some hearts, and we will talk to y'all next week. Have a great night.
Take care, everyone. Lifestyle is out.